Here's the key to negotiations that I started to talk about before. Be willing to walk. I don't want to walk. I don't need to walk. I'm inclined not to walk, but be willing to walk. And I'll tell you a story that supports that. When I was starting my business and I was starving to death, and I finally got into Merrill Lynch up in New York City. This was back when Merrill Lynch was a top financial company and not out of business. If they had listened to me, they'd still be in business. So anyway, I'm up in Merrill Lynch at in the 90s. And they had just agreed, the resident vice president who was in charge of the world had just agreed up in the capital city of the entire United States to hire me, the dumb kid from Pittsburgh, to come in and train their people. Big time. I'm all excited. This is going to put me on the map. It's a huge contract, and it's just little old Bruce is like, yeah. All of a sudden, resident vice president says, and here's the way we're going to pay you. And I remember I'm sitting in the chair. Yeah? Net 90. And I could feel going from the greatest feeling I'd had in years to like the gorge. I thought my head was going to blow up, I swear to God. Net 90. So all I did, I didn't say a word. I stood up slowly. I start packing up. I'm ready to go because I'm willing to walk. And thank God I knew something about sales. And I went from feeling good to like, I could hardly stand. I didn't say a word. I picked up my stuff, started putting it in my bag slowly. Slowly. President Vice President jumps out of her chair. What? Bruce, what? What? Marcia, I'm Bruce. You're Merrill Lynch. I pay my bills when you pay me. You're going to put me out of business. No. What do you need? I want to give you a handwritten invoice when I show up here and get paid that day. Bruce, we're a big company. The checks come out of Chicago. Marcia, what do you need? I need 8 days. You got it. Okay. I went from going out of business to being their best paid vendor because I had the guts to be willing to walk from the biggest sale at that time my company had ever gotten involved in with one of the biggest names that I had ever walked into. And it was because I was willing to stand and walk slowly. I wanted to give them a chance, okay, which they did. And I went from out of business, best paid vendor. And I remember they only paid me late one time, and they always paid me early. And the one time they thought they were going to pay me late, her assistant was on the phone to me. Mr. Morrow, we may be a day or two late. Is it okay? Sheila, yeah, I think I can handle that. Okay? Be willing to walk. It's part of the selling, qualifying, and closing that a salesperson has to have the guts to do, or else you're dealing with unqualified non-buyers. Gives me the cold wobblies.